everyone, 42 CEO back here with another commentary video. Something I'm very happy to say is now actually back. I'm going to be doing probably around 4 to 5 videos per week, and I'm super excited to be doing it. I feel like it's been a thing I've wanted to do for a while, and I've been pretty hot and cold with it, honestly, just because a lot of other things are going on, a lot of moving parts, you guys know. But now I'm kind of, taking the approach of being full-time with 42, so I have much more time to do things like this, which is what I enjoy. So hopefully you guys can tune into this page on YouTube, 42 CEO commentary, and then also, of course, my regular 42 CEO. Love you guys, and you guys are the best. And today, we're going to be talking about Mr. Ken Carson, this guy right here. Also, hope you guys like the cutout cardboards. Anyways, Ken Carson. He's taking a bit of a different approach with Morechaos in terms of promotion and rollout, and I'm wondering if that means anything towards the album. I think it's a curious question, and I want to talk about what we know, what we don't know, and, what it means in the future. So as of right now, 4/11, Ken Carson's birthday, is the date he will be dropping Morechaos. That is about 2 months from now. Actually, 2 months tomorrow, so that's pretty interesting. What we've gotten already information-wise is actually a lot. We've gotten basically a full track list with 3 songs not included. We've gotten like 4 or 5 different snippets previewed on Instagram Live through his kind of Finsta, and then also just Twitter, stuff like that. And we've gotten a lot of just different imagery he's using for the theme of Morechaos, which I find incredibly interesting. And we basically know it's confirmed that Ken Carson will be dropping on 4/11 because not only has he confirmed it himself, but his management has as well. And when management does that sort of thing, it kind of basically means like, hey, on the back end, we know 4/11, it's the date, Morechaos, it's coming, it's here. Okay? And why I'm kind of making this video and why I'm so surprised is because, again, 2 months left. 2 months left until Morechaos is dropping. And we somehow know a lot of information. I mean, if you look to prior, albums with Ken Carson and prior rollouts with The Great Chaos, Project X, others, we've noticed that we get really a lot of the information around 2 to 3 weeks prior. I mean, if something leaks, then it leaks and it gets out there. But I don't think Ken Carson has ever been this early in terms of promotion. And why I believe he's doing that, and this is the main point of the video, is because I think he wants to talk and wants to put himself in the conversation for being a mainstream artist. He wants to level himself with artists like Yeat. I think Yeat is his most comparable competition, and I think Morechaos is an opportunity for him to have a more well-rounded, a better marketed album. And so I think he's going to really be pushing bundles with digital albums and merchandise, everything. I think it's going to be the whole package. And the reason why I think he's promoting this album so early is because he wants to be talked about. He wants us, the fans, to have the conversations early about him. And I think it's important he does that because I think, there weren't really any missteps with A Great Chaos. I think it was a perfect album. It sold well. It did well. Tour was absolutely incredible. But I think the promotion was a little short. And I think, we started talking about it, not a little late, but, in terms of garnering attention for everyone in the hip-hop community, I think it missed that opportunity. So I really do think that Ken Carson right here is kind of using the opportunity of him being a hot name, relevant, and trying to take that and really force himself into the mainstream. And I don't think it's really a force thing. I think it's really just, putting himself out there and putting his name out there. I think that's why we got the track list early. It's why I've gotten snippets early. And it's why we've gotten the confirmed date so early. I mean, guys, think about how many Ken Carson and also Opium albums that we've gotten this far in advance. I can't think of many. I really can't. Even like Love Lasts Forever, we didn't get it this far in advance. It's 2 months. And now we know the date. We understand when it's coming, and we can get hyped for it. And I think I was a little concerned at first being like, Ken Carson might lose the hype a little bit. But I think that's not true at all. I think he's doing all the right things right now to kind of keep everyone hyped, teasing us a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next 2 months. What I think he can do, which is very important, is 2 things. First of all, March, Rolling Loud, Los Angeles. He's going to be performing. What he should do is perform new music. I think 1 to 2 songs is all he needs to do, and I think that would go crazy. It would hit. People would love it. I think it's important, and it needs to be done. Okay, so that's first of all. Second of all, what I think is very, very important for Ken Carson to be doing is I think he needs to drop a single beforehand. And I think that's already going to happen. I don't know, but I think that will be what happens. It's going to be an interesting thing, though. Like, when does a single drop? Is it 1 week before? Is it 2 weeks before? What happens? It could be right before March Rolling Loud. It could be right after March Rolling Loud. Rolling Loud in March is going to be happening mid-March, so that'll be a little less than a month from when he drops the album. I think after March Rolling Loud, it's going to be all hands on board. Everyone's focused on that. The marketing team's focused on that. They're going to be running crazy stuff, promotion, everything. Now, in terms of the album, snippet-wise, I've been very happy. I've been hearing some fantastic snippets. I've been very happy. I think the only complaint people have been saying is, his sound's the same. He hasn't developed it, which, I understand that, but I think he might take this opportunity to be a little bit more experimental. And I would take those snippets with a grain of salt, because technically those could be snippets that don't even make the album. We don't know that, okay? So let's relax on that. Now, what I think is important, though, is maybe a feature from... I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, but I think it's time. I think it's time he uses it. I don't know. Ken Carson is at the peak, and I think he needs this. I'm not saying he needs it, but I think a feature from Playboi Carti would just do wonders. And Playboi Carti has to be proud of Ken Carson. Ken Carson has gone over and above and beyond to do everything he can to really enter into the mainstream. And I believe he is in the mainstream. He is. He fully is. But I think it's time. I think it's time he gets that Playboi Carti feature. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I definitely think he'll get something from Uzi, Destroy Lonely, maybe someone else. I could see 070. Maybe. I don't know if it makes sense. He followed her on Instagram, so that could happen. But we'll see. We'll wait and see. I think right now, though, we're in a good spot with Ken Carson's album. I'll, of course, make sure to keep you guys updated with what's going on, everything that you need to know, any updates we get, and look forward to more commentary videos on this channel. I'm very excited to be doing that. It's going to be a great time. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, though, and enjoy yourselves.